has been a scorer that has really scored almost at will against most teams, and say that. He's been able to score at all three levels. That's what makes him such a dynamic and dangerous scorer for the Friendship Tigers. Also chipping in with 13 points, Noble Robinson had himself a nice game on Friday evening as well. Getting set for some starting lineup announcements. We'll tell you the starting lineups as well in just a few moments. I'm trying to see if we're going to get another national anthem. We already had one before the girls' game. Some places do 2 national anthems, some don't. And it doesn't look like we're going to get a second one. We're going to get some introductions, and it'll be Friendship Tigers starting lineup. We'll start off with number 11, Callaway Dykes. He averages 18.7 points per game. The sophomore stands in at 6'2", about 3 inches taller than his freshman season. Jamarcus Lewis, the senior wearing number 23, averages 10 points per game. Stands at 6'4". Jazz Garrett, the sophomore, at 6'3", averages 6.5 per game. And we got Noble Robinson, the junior point guard, at 6'2", averaging 10.8 per game. And Javier Rios averaging 9.7 per contest. He's a senior, standing in at 6'2". That is your starting lineup for the Friendship Tigers. For the Tascosa Rebels, it's number 10, a junior, standing at 5'9" and averaging 11 points per contest, Isaiah Johnson. At 5'9", he averages 7.4 rebounds per game too, so you got to watch out for that. Number 13, Tay Gilbreth. He's a 6'1" senior, averaging nearly 10 points per game. Number 20, Donnie Sutton. He's a junior at 5'10". Not a ton of height to this Tascosa team compared to some years. It is number 23, Peyton Dickerson, 8.7 points per game. He's a senior, plays the point guard position, staying into 6'2". And then number 24, BJ Anderson. That's the one to watch out for, averaging 13.5 per game, 6.8 rebounds per game. He's a senior, playing the 5 position at 6'4" tall. Tascosa in their home whites, very simplistic uniforms. They're the Nike uniforms, but going with the short shorts as the kids are doing nowadays. It's just a stamped T for Tascosa on the chest, nothing more, nothing less. White uniforms, black numerals outlined in red. Black piping with some red accents down the side. Friendship in the road blacks tonight. It says Friendship across the chest, high below the numbers. The numbers are in gold, as are the letters. Blue piping down the side. Here's the tip, and Callaway Dykes fighting for it. Tascosa will control. It's already a 5-on-4 to open the game. Dykes trying to hustle back into the play. It ends up in a layup for Peyton Dickerson. Layup goes through and good to start the basketball game off. Callaway Dykes trying to break a one-on-one press. Looks like he'll be able to do it. 2-0 Tascosa leads after the opening possession. Dykes to Rios. Rios into the paint, loses a handle on it, regains control, goes up, shot blocked, and rebound fought for. It's playing pinball down on the ground. It finally ends up in the hands of the Rebels. Isaiah Johnson hits it to the left side. That's Sutton. Ball thrown away. Last touch by Tascosa, out of bounds. A turnover on the Rebels. Tascosa, coached by Coach Steve Jackson. He's been there for quite a while. Assisted by Keenan Hooker, Jason Underwood, and Jason Powers. Ball knocked out of bounds. Well, the Tigers are trying to inbound. Of course, Friendship coached by Coach Paul Page, assisted by Sean Allen, Ryan Dykes, and Austin Williamson. Noble Robinson, the point guard for the Tigers, will bring it up. Guarded by Johnson, his counterpart, Dykes. The right wing, it's Lewis. Now back to Robinson. Robinson into the paint, spin move, puts it up off the window, but might have been partially blocked by Anderson, was helping over. Now Robinson gets a body check foul, it's kind of a silly foul there, no need for it. He's 75 feet away from the basket. 2-0 Tascosa, the lead. Minute 15 into the first quarter. Johnson gets trapped near midcourt. Lewis runs through the pass. Another steal by Friendship. 2 turnovers by Tascosa. Rios brings it up. Guarded by Gilbreth. Drive inside for Rios. Kick out to Robinson. Hesitates on the 3. Doesn't take it. Rios might have got away with a push-off. Step back jumper good for Javier Rios. The senior knocks down a nice shot. And we're tied up at 2 apiece. 6:12 to play in the first. Johnson gets it across the timeline. Give and go down low to Anderson. Layup good. DJ Anderson finding a crease. Getting the layup to go through. Jazz Garrett, the sophomore, calls out a play. Garrett gets the ball deflected. Trying to drive in, deflected again into the corner. Dykes 3, good for Callaway Dykes. Dykes, the sharpshooter for Friendship, is a 46% three-point shooter on the year. Now a 3 on the way for Tascosa. A good look that doesn't go for Gilbreth, but an offensive board. Gets a layup on the other end, blown by Johnson and Tascosa. Robinson up the floor. Dykes puts up the shot, and he gets the foul with the basket. Callaway Dykes with the contact. Great body adjustment in the air to get it off the window. And Dykes had a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. He's used to the new ones. Callaway Dykes showing off the athleticism there. Tigers lead at 7-4, make it 8-4. As he knocks down the free throw, Dykes with 6 points in the first few minutes. 5:19 to play in the first. Tigers lead 8-4. Right wing. Now straight away Sutton. Get it to the left wing. That's Anderson. Not much of a threat from out there. Gilbreth. Dickerson, he is a threat from the outside. Back to Johnson in the corner. Johnson skip pass across. He'll take the shot, and good for Gilbreth. Nice skip pass to find the open 3 on the backside, and it's back to a 1-point game. 8-7, 4:45 to play in the first. Robinson, one-on-one press up the court. Gets through it easily. Hand off to Dykes. Out to Garrett. Lewis drives in, throws it up with the left hand, and a whistle out of bounds off of Friendship. Lots of contact. Lewis kind of lost his footing as well. Tascosa trying to draw the charge. Lewis wanted the blocking foul, no whistle, and goes out of bounds off of Friendship. Dickerson on the right wing, thinking about the long 3, throws an alley-oop pass instead, and it's deflected and stolen away. In transition, Rios with the floater, can't get it to go. It was a good look, but nothing doing there. Dickerson backs it out, stands on the rebel at midcourt, and Coach Steve Jackson wants a timeout. So he had to really yell for that timeout to get the official to hear him. 4 minutes exactly to play here in the first. Tigers leading at 8-7 over the Tascosa Rebels. A nice up-tempo game. Only a couple of fouls called so far in this one. Clean game so far by both teams. It's just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Don't forget both of these teams, and by both of these teams, I'm talking about Friendship girls and boys, will be back in action coming up on Friday night. Midland Lee, the opponent, as we'll have that game for you here on Double T 97.3. You can also watch it on Fox 34 News Now on Friday evening. We'll have the broadcast available on TV and radio, however you would like to take it in. 8-7. Friendship with the advantage over the Tascosa Rebels. Right wing, B.J. Anderson. Kick out to Dickerson, guarded by Dykes. Now a back cut, driving, and a blocking foul called, though Robinson was set for about a year. Might be a little hyperbole there, but Robinson looked like he was set for a really long time. Nonetheless, Gilbreth going to the line for free throws. Robinson slapped the floor in disgust at the call, and he's going to go sit on the bench because that's 2 fouls on him. So Noble Robinson with a little foul trouble. Only 2 fouls in the game on Friendship, and both are on Noble Robinson as Gilbreth knocked down the first free throw. Gilbreth with 4. As we're tied up at 8 apiece. Bryce Granado, who checked into the game. Gilbreth knocked down the second one. Rebels back on top 9-8. 3:43 to play in the first quarter. Granado hands off to Dykes. Got off to a hot start, but hasn't shot the ball since. Lewis finds Dykes. Quick 3 on the way. Left it short. Had a good look, but it was a quick trigger 3. Just wasn't quite set. Goes out of bounds off of Friendship. 3:25 in the first quarter. Tascosa by 1, 9-8. Dickerson to the left wing. It's Sutton. Back to Dickerson. Now Anderson guarded by Rios. He's given up a couple of inches there. Dickerson, 3 on the way, off the mark. Lewis skies to pull down the rebound. Here comes Friendship. Dykes, transition, step through. Lewis, pull-up jumper, good for Jamarcus Lewis just inside the arc. The senior averages 10 a game, gets his first 2 of the night there. Now Bryce Granado gets called for a hand check foul. Granado picks up his first of the evening. Apologize, that's Devin Hartfield, not Granado. He's the one who checked in. Now Dickerson in the paint finds Sutton. Short jumper goes through from the paint. Tascosa back on top. Lewis, jump stop. Can't get it to go with the left hand around the bucket. Good defense by Tascosa, 11-10. Hesitation. Skip pass across. Dickerson thinks about 3. Out of the left wing, he will take the 3. That's Gilbreth, and Gilbreth buries it. His second 3 of the night. 14-10, Tascosa leads. Hartfield gets it to Rios. Playing a little bit of a point forward position here, and now a bad pass by Rios is run through. In transition, layup good for Isaiah Johnson. First turnover of the night by Friendship, and it's a costly one as it turns into instant offense. Rios, guarded by Gilbreth. Hesitation, drives in, loses the handle, stolen away. Up the court, Johnson, layup, no good. Shot blocked from behind on the putback by Lewis, but I'll say he got him with a body. Dickerson is going to shoot free throws. Well, it should have been, if you're going to call the foul, it was on the body because they called him on the arm. It was all ball. Dickerson doesn't miss too many free throws, misses here. Dickerson, a free throw shooter on the season. Actually struggling a little bit more than normal this year. Second one up and good for Peyton Dickerson. So he goes 1 for 2 at the charity stripe. Tascosa leading at 17-10. Hartfield going coast to coast. Jordan Palmer, who's in the game now, just lays it up and in off a great pass from Devin Hartfield. As soon as the second defender collapsed on Hartfield, it's an easy find down low. 17-12. Tigers trailing Tascosa here in Amarillo. 1:14 to play in the first. Anderson into the quarter. Gilbreth pump fakes the 3. Scoop shot up and under, no good. Palmer fights for the rebound and tipped around, gets it to Garrett. Hartfield, floater in transition, won't go. That one went halfway down. Dickerson gets away with a push off. Here comes Tascosa inside a minute to play in the first. Ball poked from behind. Dykes trying to get on it. Now Palmer does. Garrett looking for transition. Hartfield up the floor. Step through. Palmer, layup, good. Another nice find by the point guard. Devin Hartfield gets Palmer his second easy bucket from the left side. It's back to a one-possession game, 17-14. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Dickerson guarded by Dykes. Left wing Gilbreth. Right side now, B.J. Anderson as they swung it around. We'll get a whistle and a travel call on Anderson as he just used two different pivot feet. That's what the official just explained to Steve Jackson, longtime coach of the Tascosa Rebels. (17-14), 18.5 seconds to play. Inbound goes to Callaway Dykes, who's going to walk it up and play for the last shot of the quarter. Now Dykes loses the handle on it. Lots of contact. Ball goes out of bounds off of Tascosa. Dykes kind of grabbing his head. Could have been a... Now we got blood on the shirt of Dickerson. He's got blood all over the jersey, actually. So we're going to have a substitute for Dickerson. It's Sutton that's coming into the game. (17-14), 5.1 seconds left. Garrett looking to inbound. Does so to Rios off the window, no good. A good look, but just couldn't get it to go. 1 second left, they won't get it off. Layup did not count. He got it in, but it did not count. And that's how the first quarter, comes to an end. 17-14. Friendship trailing Tascosa here in Amarillo. Be back with second quarter action in a moment. It's Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3.
Hey, Adelina, how are you? Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I'm very happy I did it. I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. You can tell when you go to see them how eager they are to share their experiences and their wisdom with you. I can see my grandparents in some of these seniors, and you know, when I think about what I want for them, if they lived alone and didn't have anybody to look after them or help them get food, you know, I'd want someone there who does what I do to make sure they're being fed. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
And back here at Tascosa High School, this is Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3. I'm Choice Woodman. Thanks for making us part of your Tuesday evening. Hope it's a good one. Tigers trailing to start the second quarter, 17-14 to Tascosa. Callaway Dykes muscles into the paint as he shows off the muscles, putting it up and in with a foul to start off the quarter. Callaway Dykes has willed himself to the basket on that one. Dykes now with 8 points in the early going. Chance to make it 9, and he does as he completes his second and one of the evening. Tied at 17. 7:45 to play here in the first half. Left wing just into the game. Rodriguez. Now three on the way, off the mark. Palmer yanks down the rebound with one hand, up the court to Dykes. Dykes dribbles it off his foot, but Rios is there to pick it up. Rios hands off to Hartfield. Step through, hesitation, did everything but finish there. Could not get the layup to go, but Friendship pulls it down. Ball bouncing around, and we're going to get a foul called on Rios. Rios picks up his first of the evening on the loose ball foul. Ball was bouncing all over the place. Looked like Tigers were going to get a couple of open layups. Hartfield was just so open he couldn't believe it, and that's why he missed. 17-17, 7:02 to play in the first half of action. Anderson straight away. Right side Gilbreth. Tigers in a 2-3 zone. Gilbreth takes a dribble inside, now kicks it out to Rodriguez. Left wing Anderson. Right wing Rodriguez, he'll pull the trigger on three, way off the mark, and now ball out of bounds off of Tascosa. It went off the leg of Johnson, but it sure looked like he might have been fouled by Palmer. No whistle there. Tigers are with 5 team fouls though, just 2 on Tascosa. 6:35 to play in the first half. Rios crosses the timeline and gets a high screen from Palmer. Out to Hartfield. Hesitation into the paint, and they're going to get him for a palming the ball, which I've been told by one official that you have to palm it for nearly a full second. Have your hand underneath the basketball for nearly a full second is what they're told to officiate on that now, and that was not that. But maybe this official is still going off of the old rule, because that was an old rule, palming. But they have changed things up on that, and that's why we don't see it called hardly ever anymore. 17-17. Left wing, Dickerson will take the three, no good. Offensive board for Tascosa, swatted out of bounds on the putback attempt. Sorry, the official blocking my view. That was Joseph Plunk who got the offensive board on that one. Inbound, ends up in the hands of Plunk, right wing. Whistle and a travel called on Johnson as he shuffled the feet. Turnover number 5 of the evening on Tascosa. Check that, that's 6 on Tascosa. Friendship's got 3 tonight. 6:06 to play in the first half. 17-17. We're knotted up between Friendship and Tascosa. Now Dykes will take the long three, hand down, man down, but can't get it to go. Plunk comes down with a rebound for Tascosa. Ball deflected out of bounds. Plunk was looking to get a layup. Transition D was there for Friendship. 5:46 to play in the second quarter. Dickerson catches it off the inbound out to Gilbreth on the left wing. Plunk guarded by Dykes. Now Dykes switches over because it is a zone defense, and now Dickerson whistled for the palming of the basketball. I believe it was the same official that called both. Now Friendship breaks the press. Palmer gets it down low but can't finish. A good look down low. Doesn't convert. Plunk trying to dump it off, and another deflection. Friendship good in transition again on defense. Not giving up anything easy. A lot of offense in the first quarter. It's been defensive so far in the second quarter. 17-17. 5:24 to play in the second. Dickerson will inbound. Dickerson to Plunk. Out of the hands of Johnson, who runs the point. It's his orders from Coach Jackson. Plunk from the left wing. Barinki tries to track down a loose ball. Now Plunk, skip pass across. Johnson fires up a three, and it doesn't touch anything. Over the rim, air ball. Dykes pulls down the rebound. Dykes to Barinki. Senior now into the hands of Hartfield. Into the paint, loses his footing. Out to Barinki, still three, no good. A good look. And Plunk, a 5'9" guy, still pulls down another rebound. Dickerson into the paint, dumps it off. Plunk, strong move, can't get it to go. Dykes tried to tap out the rebound. Palmer swats the shot, but got him with some body as well. Coach Page with the hands on the head, asking where the foul was. They never get an official signal on what kind of foul, if it was on the arm or a body. I'm going to assume body. Dickerson goes back to the line for free throws and can't hit the first one. Peyton Dickerson 1 for 3 from the stripe tonight. Spreads his legs wider than his shoulders to shoot free throws. Interesting style as he knocks down the second one. First point of the second quarter for Tascosa. Brinke catches the inbound up the court to Dykes, who's trapped. And Dykes throws it into the hands of the defenders, stolen away by Tascosa. 18-17. Driving to the cup, Dickerson dumps it off to Plunk. Now outside, it's Everhart, the freshman who's just checked in. Back to Johnson, the junior. Dickerson thinks about three, dumps it off to Johnson. He'll take the three, in and out, no good. Palmer skies for the rebound and pulls it down. Jordan Palmer has been good rebounding the basketball this year. Now a whistle and a... Come on, we're waiting on the call. Three officials blew the whistle. This whistle looked like... Okay, this official up here was going to call a blocking foul. Now the official from the furthest away from the ball comes in and says, no, 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 I've got it. That's what he says to the other official. He comes in and dominates the other official. So, nonetheless, it's going to be an offensive foul on Callaway Dykes, his first of the evening. Coach Page is furious with the call that this official came in and overruled everybody. Coach Page really upset with it. And it is a bad job by the official of coming in to overrule from far away. Now Coach Page is going to call a timeout so he can bark some more. It's quite interesting. It's fun to watch right now because Coach Page has called this timeout, so assistant coaches are taking over, talking to the team. Page has got both officials, the one that originally came in and called the block, and the other one that comes in and overrules him from a different position. And originally it did not look like the official wanted to overrule or to allow the overruling, but he does. He gives up to what you can tell is more of a senior official. You're picking up what I'm putting down. And Coach Page is still very frustrated over the call. But we are in Amarillo, folks. 18-17, 3:58 to play. Here in the second quarter, Tascosa leads by 1. Coach Page got his money's worth out of the timeout. Every one of those 30 seconds was spent talking to someone in stripes. Tascosa on the other side. It's Dickerson looking to drive, kicks it out to Gilbert, who got away with a travel. Not this time. He traveled twice, and this time he does get called for it. That's turnover number 8 of the game for Tascosa. Rebels will press. Palmer inbounding to Dykes. He's waiting on the rest of the Rebels to get down the court. And Dykes walks it across to the timeline. Hartfield guarded by Dickerson. Setting up the offense. Goes baseline, pull up. And he gets it to go from the right block. A foul called on Tascosa. Hartfield just went up against 2 defenders, floats it up and somehow gets it through. Devin Hartfield with a big bucket there. The sophomore, his first of the night, a chance at a 3-point play. And giving the Tigers the lead back at 19-18. That was Dickerson who just picked up his second foul of the evening. only 3 team fouls against Tascosa, 7 against Friendship, as Hartfield misses the free throw, and then Palmer just gets whistled for his second foul of the evening. Goes in like a bull in a china closet, going for that rebound, and then kind of bumps the Tascosa player in the process. He loses his footing. I believe that was Johnson. No, that was Anderson, sorry, that goes to the ground, and he will go to the free throw line. Anderson on the season, say 61% free throw shooter. As Palmer takes a seat with his 2 fouls. 18 fouls again against Friendship, 3 against Tascosa. Palmer knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. Sorry, Anderson does. Palmer was the one who fouled. Anderson's got 3 in the game. Second one for the big guy is perfect. Looked like a guard shooting those. 20-19. Tascosa back on top. Hartfield gets fouled as he's trying to inbound. Just gets assaulted from behind by Donnie Sutton. Sutton picks up his first. Joseph Plunk, sorry, that's the second on Sutton. So we've got 2 players with 2 fouls for Tascosa. Nobody else has any. Plunk comes back into the game. Rios inbounds to Hartfield. Back to Rios, who gets it back to Hartfield. Sprints up across the half-court line. And steps into the offense. To the right wing, Lewis. To Barinki. Now Rios has it. Dykes with a touch. And Hartfield back to Dykes. Dykes takes the 3. Loses the handle on it. Another turnover. And this one's number 5 in the game for Friendship. A travel called on Rodriguez as he tried to lean in for the contact, but it wasn't there. Lost his footing and traveled with it. So that's turnover number 9 for Tascosa. 2:51 to play. The pace of this game really has slowed to a screech here in the second quarter after a very up-tempo type of game in the first quarter. Went most of the first quarter with 2 total fouls. Added a lot since then. Rios, pull-up jumper, in and out, no good. Lewis fights for the rebound, put back off the mark. So he was fighting Anderson for that one, couldn't get it to go. Johnson out to Plunk. He traveled with it. He hit the shot as he just shuffled the feet. He's a lefty, and if it looked like he was trying to get into the left-handed shooting mode. Swap the feet around. It's pretty blatant there. For turnover number 10 by the Rebels. 20-19. Tascosa leads over Friendship. 2:22 to play here in the second. Hartfield gets it to Rios. Guarding tight, 40 feet away from the basket. Out to Dykes. Step back 3. Good for Callaway Dykes as he gets it to rattle home. Callaway's got 12. Rodriguez behind the back move to Johnson. Skip pass across to Gilbreth. He doesn't hesitate, puts it up, left it short. Now Rios gets it plucked from behind by Anderson. Another 3 on the way, missed by Rodriguez, and fouled is Lewis as he comes down with it. Gilbreth might be getting close to a technical as he's getting stared down by the official. Gilbreth barking back at the official in frustration. Tigers lead at 22-20, 1:39 to play. That was Gilbreth's first foul of the game, 15 foul against Tascosa, 8 against Friendship. Minute and a half, Friendship leads by 2. Rios loses the handle on it. Step back jumper, but he's fouled. It's Gilbreth. Gilbreth is barking back at the official again. It's going to be his second. He better be careful or he's going to pick up a 3rd on a technical. Seen the officials issue 1 technical tonight in the girls' game. Same crew. As Rios goes to the line, it was a shooting foul. He fades away, and Gilbreth got him on the arm. First free throw on the way is no good for Javier Rios. As Rios, normally a pretty good shooter on the season, he's 67%. Rios, a few dribbles. Second free throw up is good for the senior Javier Rios. He's got 3 points in the game. Tigers with a 3-point lead at 23-20. Johnson brings it up for Tascosa. Hartfield called with literally a touch foul. Their shorts might have touched on that one. And Johnson's going to go to the line for 1-and-1 free throws. Into the 1-and-1 is no good for Johnson, but he crashes, gets his own rebound, and loses it out of bounds off his foot. Fortunate for the Tigers there. 1:16 to play. Johnson missed a big free throw on the front end of the 1-and-1. As Garrett inbounds it to Hartfield. Hartfield playing with some confidence at that point guard position as a sophomore. He's had to tonight because Robinson's been out for much of the first half with foul trouble. Rios out to Hartfield. Back out to Rios. Step away, jumper off the mark. Lewis fighting for it. It's Garrett that comes away with it, and he's fouled down low. Justin Garrett with a pure hustle play. Trying to get who they call that one on. They call it on number 21, Elijah Rodriguez, his first of the evening. Garrett's first free throw on the way is no good. A little surprised they called that one on the shot. Garrett on the season, a 59% free throw shooter. Second one off the mark as well. Empty possession there at the free throw line. Plunk trying to go 100 miles an hour, gets it deflected again, but Friendship can't come away with the steal. Plunk inside the arc, gets it to Anderson on the right side. Spin move, beautiful move, puts it up off the window and good, as Anderson looked professional with that one. It's back to a 1-point game, 23-22. Hartfield guarded near midcourt by Plunk. Hands off to Dykes, 17 seconds. Tigers probably going to try to hold for the final possession. Garrett thinks about three, pull-up jumper off the mark. Rebound fought for, and Plunk comes away with it. Tigers have a few players down. It's a 3-on-1, and Dykes fouls Anderson with 1.2 to go. There's a lot of ball there, but Dykes definitely got it with the body. But the official went arm there again. But maybe just his go-to. It's one official that calls everything on the arm instead of giving the old push foul as well. Anderson can't get the free throw to go. It sat on the rim for a moment and falls off. 23-22, best Tascosa can do for half is tie it, at least at the free throw line. And they do, 23, as Hartfield heaves the three-quarter court shot, trying to get some contact as well, doesn't get it. And that is how the first half comes to an end. We're tied at 23 apiece between Friendship and Tascosa here in Amarillo, Texas. Stay tuned, we'll be back with first half stats and the halftime show momentarily. You're listening to Friendship Tigers basketball on Lubbock Sports Station, Double T 97.3.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean.
woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
And welcome back to Amarillo, Texas. In particular, the Tascosa High School gym. It's Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. Thanks for making us part of your Tuesday evening. All knotted up as we sit at halftime, 23-23 between the Friendship Tigers and the Tascosa Rebels. Let's look at the leading scorers for both teams. We'll start with the visiting team, the Friendship Tigers. Callaway Dykes leading all scorers in this game with 12. He's got 2 of those from the free throw line on a pair of and ones. Also a pair of three-point shots that have gone down for Dykes. Elsewhere scoring, Jordan Palmer's got 4, Javier Rios with 3. Jamarcus Lewis has a pair, as does Devin Hartfield. That's all scoring for the Tigers so far tonight. Tay Gilbreth leads the way for Tascosa. He's got 8. A pair of free throws and a pair of three-pointers. BJ Anderson with 6. Peyton Dickerson with 4. Isaiah Johnson with 2, and Donnie Sutton with 2 as well. Got a few guys with a couple of fouls, including Jordan Palmer for the Tigers, Noble Robinson for the Tigers, Jamarcus Lewis. Actually, Jamarcus just has 1 foul, I believe, at this moment. Still getting some clarity on that. Peyton Dickerson has 2 for Tascosa, Donnie Sutton with 2, and Tay Gilbert also with 2. So keep an eye on that as we move forward towards the second half. It's been a fun game. Very different in the first half and first quarter, I should say. In second quarter, Friendship was a team that was able to move up and down the floor, as was Tascosa in the first quarter. Officials got a lot more involved in the second quarter. I think we had 3 or 4 total fouls in the first quarter. They ended up with close to 20 fouls for the half, so slowed down a bunch. It was a 17-14 game after 1 quarter, an up and down pace to it. And then Tascosa only scores 6. Friendship scores 9. Outscored them 9-6 and tied the ball game up there in the second quarter of action. Once again, we are tied up 23-23 as we sit at the halftime break. Stay tuned. We'll be back in action with second half action in just a few moments. It's Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
And welcome back to Tascosa High School here in Amarillo, Texas. It's Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3 and yours on the Double T 97.3 mobile app. We're tied up at 23 apiece between Friendship and Tascosa as we get set to start the second half. Don't forget, Tiger fans out there listening here on the radio, you can watch the broadcast the next day up at doublet973.com or highschoolfanzone.com. Every Friendship Tigers broadcast is there. You can also watch them live for the home games. And we'll have Friday night's home game against Midland Lee broadcast on Fox 34 News Now. So you'll be able to take that one in live on television. Ray Rush and his crew of students do a great job broadcasting from a video standpoint all of these basketball games for the Friendship Tigers, as well as football games. We'll have some baseball and softball coming up down the road as well. 23-23, we're getting set to start up the second half between Friendship and Tascosa. A lot on the line here. This could be for second place type of position in this district. We'll see what happens. Long ways to go through district. As Tascosa starts with the ball, Peyton Dickerson fires up a three and airballs it immediately to start the half. And here we go. This ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Tascosa. 23-23, 7:43 to play in the third quarter. Dykes catches it, guarded by Dickerson. Hands off to Robinson. High screen from Lewis. Loses the handle. Kick out to Dykes. Kept his foot. Could have been called for a travel, but wasn't. Robinson. A jab step. And now stepping back out. Guarded by Johnson. Rios drives in. Puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound shot blocked. And Jazz Garrett comes away with it. Tries to find Robinson. It's deflected out of bounds off of Tascosa. Garrett. Original starting five in for Friendship, by the way. Garrett, Dykes, Robinson, Rios, and Lewis. Robinson guarded by Johnson. Out to Dykes and to Rios. High screen for Dykes into the paint, floats it up, and they'll call an offensive foul. Dykes looked like he pulled up on the contact. He was pushed from behind. That's what Dykes is saying. He held up, and then he got pushed from behind to go through on the charge. Nonetheless, it's Dykes' second foul of the evening. Clever play by the Tascosa defender to push him through the charge. Now we'll get a whistle and a hand check foul on Friendship on Noble Robinson. His third of the night. Was very visibly frustrated as he's picked up some cheap ones this evening. Body language showing it too. Johnson looking to inbound, does so to Dickerson. Dickerson, no one's guarding him. 3 on the way. Off the mark, put back dunk is missed by Gilbreth, but Anderson is there on the baby hook to get that one to go, and Tascosa for the first points of the second half. Robinson, double team, now stolen away. 6th turnover of the night for Friendship. Transition bucket blocked by Javier Rios. Dickerson got blocked from behind, up the court. Robinson, reverse layup, left hand good. A nice find for Callaway Dykes, and Noble Robinson gets his first field goal of the evening, tied at 25 apiece. Wild shot on the way, shot blocked by Johnson. Putback is no good as he got his own rebound. Garrett is there to get the rebound for Friendship. Rios brings it up for the Tigers. Dykes drives baseline, left-hand layup, good, but a foul called on a charge. So Dykes just picked up his 3rd foul of the game, and he's going to go take a seat on the bench. 3 team fouls against Friendship. Foul count was leaning the way of Tascosa in the first half. It is to start the second half. That was actually foul number 4, I apologize, on Dykes, so he's going to have to go take a seat on the bench. The most dynamic scorer for Friendship is on the bench. Now spin move, turn around by B.J. Anderson goes through, and Tascosa back on top. Anderson playing a lot closer to the basket than he did the majority of the first half. It's working so far. Robinson guarded by Sutton. Robinson throws it deflected. Rios, nice hesitation, floater on the way, no good. Dickerson pulls it down for Tascosa, and here come the Rebels leading by 2, 27-25. Nice find down low, layup good. Gilbreth, Johnson got the assist there. Robinson trapped at midcourt, throws a bad pass, but it's a foul called as Sutton ran through Garrett. Instead of getting the basketball, he ran straight through him. It's a good call. Coach Jackson didn't like it, but it was a nice hustle play by Sutton. It's a loose ball foul. That's his 3rd of the evening. Garrett looking to inbound. Does so to Robinson. Catches it in the backcourt. Now driving baseline, some contact, no whistle this time. Layup good for Noble Robinson. A nice shot there for Robinson on the right side. Stolen away by Javier Rios. Robinson casually brings it up. His team trails by 2, 29-27. Robinson, turnaround, jumper. Left it short. I think it was partially blocked by Johnson. And here comes Tascosa looking to run. Gilbreth finds Dickerson in the corner for 3. Can't hit. Knocked out of bounds off of Tascosa. And Plunk will check in for Tascosa. 5 on the floor for the Tigers. Barinki, Robinson, Rios, Lewis, and Garrett. Looking to inbound. Rios gets it deflected. Finds it again as he throws it up the court to Barinki. Finds Lewis, layup good. Great find by the senior Brandon Barinki, who might have got away with the travel on that one. But nonetheless, tied it up, 29-29. Gilbreth into the corner. Dickerson, another 3. Finally gets one to go, and a timeout called for Tascosa. Dickerson has struggled from the field tonight, but gets one to go, and Tascosa leads at 29, halfway through the 3rd quarter at 3:58 to play. It's a timeout called by Coach Steve Jackson and Tascosa. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. If you're just joining us, back and forth affair, but foul trouble has plagued some of the Tigers, especially the one named Callaway Dykes, who's got 4, and he's sitting on the bench. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. Dykes picked up 2 charges, 1 probably legit, 1 questionable. Nonetheless, it was foul number 3 and 4 for Callaway Dykes, who averages 18.7 per game. He's coming off of a 25-point performance against Permian. He's got 12 tonight. Tigers are going to have to find some offense elsewhere. as they trail by 3 at 32-29. Out of the timeout, Friendship will have the basketball inbounding underneath their own goal. Not their own goal, they're inbounding with Tascosa's goal. Rios running baseline, gets it to Robinson, back to Rios, and back to Robinson, who's guarded by Dickerson. Robinson walking it up the floor. Dickerson steals it away from Robinson. Another turnover by Friendship. Transition layup good for Peyton Dickerson. He's got 9 now, coming back the other way. Lewis finishes the play, but they're going to call a foul on the floor. Lewis got behind the defense. Call that one on number 24. B.J. Anderson, just his first of the night and only the second team foul against Tascosa in the second half. Garrett looking to inbound, does so to Lewis. He's in the paint, pull-up jumper, shot partially blocked. Tigers misjudged some of the length of Tascosa tonight. Dickerson thinks about pulling the trigger from the left corner. Friendship still in the 2-3 zone. Finds Anderson, who loses it, bounces straight back into his hands, and then he puts it up on the floater. B.J. Anderson now with 12. Averages 13.5 per game, and another foul called on Tascosa as Lewis is getting aggressive. Call that one on B.J. Anderson, his second. It's the one you want to keep attacking. It's the biggest offensive threat for Tascosa. The Rebels out to their biggest lead of the night, 36-29. Lewis at the free throw line leaves the first one short, no good. Marcus Lewis on the year, a 68% free throw shooter. Puts the second one up, and that one's off the mark as well. 7-point advantage for Tascosa, 3 minutes to play here in the quarter, third quarter to be exact. Plunk to Johnson. 3 on the way for Dickerson, off the mark. Anderson, offensive board, put back shot blocked out of bounds by Jamarcus Lewis. 2:46 to play. Official gets between a couple of players, one from Friendship and one from Tascosa. Don't know what was going on, but he wanted it to stop. Johnson looking to inbound, does so to Dickerson. Dickerson guarded by Rios. Out to the right wing, Anderson. You want him away from the basket like that. Now Plunk straight away. Right wing Johnson. He's got some Sean Marion-esque type of form to his shot. Drives in, kick out to Dickerson for 3. In and out, no good. Lewis comes away with it, but it's stolen away by Gilbreth from behind. Now driving in, Plunk runs over Lewis. Great play by Jamarcus Lewis. After the turnover, he makes it up by forcing one on the opposition. The foul was on Plunk, which was his first of the evening. Rios is going to bring it up for Friendship. 2:11 to go. Hartfield spins off of a defender into the paint, and we're going to get another offensive foul. Hartfield looked like he avoided the contact, but the flop gets the call. Isaiah Johnson, the one selling it. Hartfield just picked up his third foul of the evening. Tascosa's done a much better job of getting some charges in the second half, and now bad pass up the court, deflects off of Tascosa out of bounds. Another turnover on the Rebels, number 14 tonight. We've learned those turnovers don't necessarily end up in wins, because Friendship girls took care of the ball much better than Tascosa did, and Tascosa just shot it better. Brandon Barinki catches the basketball, 1:50 to play in the third quarter. Another pass and deflection off of Tascosa out of bounds. 1:47. Plenty of speed on the court for both teams right now. Garrett inbounds to Rios. He's doubled. Barinki. He kept the pivot foot, but they're going to call a travel. He made a very wide step, and it looked awkward, so the official just does what he thinks he needs to do and calls a travel. So turnover on the Tigers nonetheless. And some substitution, miscommunication there between the officials. Dickerson catches it on the wing, drives inside, and my vision was blocked, but there's a foul called somewhere. Coach Jackson was standing right in front of me. Call that one on number 25, Justin Garrett. Jazz picks up his first of the evening. 16 foul on Friendship. Check that, I believe it's just 5 now, and Gilbreth misses the front end. The first free throw, I should say. Gilbreth with 10 points in the game. He's 2 for 3 at the stripe this evening. Second free throw on the way is good. Bryce Granado has checked into the game for the first time tonight. Devin Hartfield got it poked from behind and stolen away. Another turnover on Friendship, number 10 in the game, but hustle play gets it back, and it's Hartfield the one to do it. Palmer up the court, throws it away. We're getting some turnovers back and forth, back and forth. Now Dickerson, transition. Layup missed, easy layup on the putback for B.J. Anderson, as there was no one to contest him. And biggest lead of the night, 39-29. Tascosa by 10. Now pass up the court. Palmer gives it to Lewis, easy layup. That one goes through. Palmer had to hustle to get that basketball, and that opened up the paint down low. 44 seconds on the third quarter clock. Tigers trail by 8. Dickerson out to Johnson, guarded by Hartfield. 39-31, 32 seconds left in the third. High screen, Johnson. Pulled up, jumper off the mark. Palmer comes away with it. Hartfield with 22 seconds. To the right side, Lewis. Hartfield. Nice jab step and a reach around foul from behind. Johnson, very light foul, but gets the whistle nonetheless. Johnson whistled for just his first of the evening. 39-31, 10.8 on the third quarter clock. Jazz Garrett inbounds to Granado. Hand off to Hartfield, 6 seconds left. Hartfield throws up a wild shot, can't get it to go. Tipping around, and that will not go. Tigers were trying to get it at the buzzer. Give up 8 points in that quarter. We're tied at halftime. Tascosa leading now 39-31. We'll head to the fourth. It's Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts.
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Starting the fourth quarter at Tascosa High School, it's Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. Thanks for making us part of your Thursday. I'm Choice Woodman. Got my days wrong. Marcus Lewis finds Jasden Garrett on the back cut. Can't get it to go. Palmer's follow won't finish either, but Palmer ends up with the basketball, puts it up and in this time. Jordan Palmer with a contested shot gets it to go through. And now a steal by Palmer, throws it up the court to Granado. Hustle play, Granado saves it in, but it's a turnover by both teams. Rodriguez down low, LB Moore, shot blocked again, but they call a foul this time on Palmer. Palmer didn't like the call, but whoever likes when they get a foul called on him. 39-33, 7:21. Left to play in this one. Tigers trail by 6. Remember, Callaway Dykes, the leading scorer for Friendship, has been out with foul trouble since very early in the third quarter. He's got 4. Moore missed the free throw badly off to the left. The second one on the way is no good. Lewis snatches down the rebound. Tigers, well, the three-pointer could cut it back to a one-possession game. Granado bringing it up at the point. Palmer finds Lewis. Hartfield gets into the paint, drives in, and an offensive foul called on Hartfield. They're going to say he threw the elbow. I didn't see it personally, but the official was on the other side of the play. Tough one as Hartfield just picked up his 4th. Gilbreth gets it up the court to Rodriguez. Tascosa has a 3-on-2. Friendship transitions back in defense. Gilbreth runs over Lewis, and they're going to call a blocking foul. Gilbreth couldn't get it to go, but Tascosa's been the beneficiary of the charge call quite often this evening. And Rich Page wondered why they weren't. Friendship didn't get the benefit there. Gilbreth at the line for free throws is on the way and good for Tay Gilbreth, who's 4 for 5 from the strike tonight. Second one up and perfect for Tay Gilbreth. 41-33, Tascosa with the advantage, 6:48 to play. Hartfield walks it across. Now to Granado, who's trapped. Lewis. Down low, Lewis tries to go high-low to Palmer, but it's stolen away. Outside to Dickerson, coming back the other way. Now in the hands of Sago. Drive in by Gilbreth. Sago, hesitation, floater on the way, no good. Garrett comes away with it. Granado leaks behind the defense. Layup, no good. Lots of contact, no whistle, but the putback is good by Lewis. Granado just kind of got clipped there, but no whistle. Lewis was there for the cleanup duty, though. Going to get full line changes for Tascosa in a moment. We've got 5 new players sitting in front of me. Dickerson lost the handle on it and lost it out of bounds. Turnover number 18 of the game for Tascosa's. 5 fresh faces come in for the Rebels. Isaiah Johnson, Joseph Plunk. Major Everharts. Donnie Sutton and B.J. Anderson. Friendship's 5 are Callaway Dykes, who's just checked back in, Noble Robinson, Bryce Granado, Jordan Palmer, and Jamarcus Lewis. Granado gets it to Robinson on the left wing. He's been quiet tonight, but he's had some foul trouble. Robinson, step back, thinks about 3, but kicks it back out to Dykes. Dykes has got to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls, and he's getting assaulted from behind. Robinson called a timeout. Dykes was getting hit hard from behind. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here, but heads-up play by Robinson when the ball was on the floor. Robinson at least holds on to possession for his team. The 41-35, a 6-point game with 5:26 left here in the 4th quarter. Been a stressful night if you're a Tiger fan here at Amarillo, but they rarely go swimmingly when you come up here. Good basketball teams, and then you fight the other elements. Five on the floor remain the same for the Tigers out of the timeout. Granado, Lewis, Robinson, Palmer, and Dykes. Dykes will inbound from the sideline. Dykes inbounds to Granado in the backcourt. Bringing it across into the high post. Palmer finds Lewis down low. Nice pump fake, gets the defender off, and Lewis gets the easy layup. Jamarcus Lewis with 10 in the game. It's a 4-point game. 41-37. Johnson bringing it up, guarded by Granado. Granado causes Johnson to hesitate, and might have got away with the carry. They've called it twice tonight. Anderson. Back out to Johnson. Tiger fans have come out and are being loud right now. Right side, Anderson drives baseline, floater, no good. Palmer hauls in the rebound. Here comes Friendship with a chance to cut it to 1 possession. Dykes, a rare touch here in the second half. Didn't hit, no whistle. Dykes to Robinson. Robinson, he'll drive, and he traveled with it. Robinson had it if he kept going to the bucket. Another turnover on Friendship made it 14 in the game, but there are 18 on Tascosa. Now transition look 3 for Sutton, doesn't go. Palmer comes down with it, but then throws it away. Now a 3 from the corner off the mark for Plunk. A timeout called by Coach Steve Jackson. With 4:01 left here in the 4th. Tigers have had some chances, but turnovers and some missed shots that are just not falling. Steve Jackson calls the timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it right here on Double T 97.3. 41-37, Tascosa with the advantage. Don't forget, we'll have another doubleheader for you on the airwaves coming up on Friday evening. Back at the Tiger Pit, it'll be Friendship Tigers basketball against Midland Lee. The Rebels will come into town, back-to-back Rebels meetings. This time Midland Lee, maybe not quite as daunting as what we're facing up here in Amarillo on both the girls and the boys side. But Friendship will be on the radio airwaves beginning at 6 o'clock. We'll also be on the TV airwaves. If you want to check it out with your own 2 peepers, you can do so there. As the Friendship student broadcast crew does a great job, they'll do so for the Fox 34 News Now broadcast. We'll have that game for you on television, and of course, as usual, right here on Double T 97.3. Girls begin at 6, boys will follow. A late night here in Amarillo. featuring a 4-point lead for Tascosa over the Friendship Tigers halfway through the fourth quarter. Sutton trying to drive baseline, but nothing happening there. Out of the timeout, Gilbreth has it. Callaway Dykes clapping with the crowd on defense. The defense chant there. Palmer goes for the steal, can't get it. Anderson with the step through up and under move. Nice play by the senior B.J. Anderson. He's got 16, and now on the other end, Jamarcus Lewis finishes with the foul. And one, a chance at a three-point play. Lewis has leaked behind that defense all night long. Jamarcus Lewis showing off the muscles on that one. Lewis's free throw is perfect. Cuts it back to a one-possession game, 43-40, 3:26 to go. Now a push-off going to be called on Tascosa. Number 13, that's right. Tay Gilbreth whistled for his third as he just shoved Noble Robinson trying to get open. It was pretty blatant right in front of the official. And the offensive foul puts it into the bonus, but it is an offensive foul, so it shouldn't be free throws. (43-40), 3:23 to go. As Granado inbounds, Lewis shows off the athleticism to go get it. Near midcourt, Robinson has it. Robinson driving to the cup, layup missed. Offensive board, Lewis, put back is good. Jamarcus Lewis coming up big tonight. He's got 15, 43-42. Tascosa leads with 3:04 to play here in the fourth quarter. Sutton bringing it up against Palmer. Drives baseline, Dickerson, corner three, no good. Rebound skied for by Johnson. Johnson got away with the travel. He can't get it to go. Anderson's shot is thrown out of bounds by Jordan Palmer. .249 to play. It's a one-point game, 43-42. Tascosa led by 10 at one point in the third quarter. Sutton going one-on-one against Dykes. Trying to drive in, kick out to Dickerson. Back out to Sutton. Dykes guarding him once again. Tigers were in a 2-3 much of the game, but have switched to a man defense. Sutton, hesitation, back out to Dickerson. It's been a two-man offense in this possession. Sutton once again. Looking for a crease, but not finding anything. Good defense so far by Dykes, but he reached this time. Pull-up jumper from the paint. No good. Granado comes away with a rebound. Ball deflected. Palmer saves it back in bounds. Noble Robinson comes up with it. Pull-up three-pointer on the way. No good. Lewis gets the rebound. Put back good with the foul. Jamarcus Lewis has come alive in the fourth quarter. And he just gave the Tigers a lead, a chance at another three-point play. Wow, Jamarcus Lewis has been all over the map in the fourth quarter. He's got 9 points in the fourth quarter alone, 17 in the game. Chance to make it 18 with the free throw, and he does. Tigers by 2, 45-43, 2:03 to play. Driving the paint, Isaiah Johnson stolen away by Palmer. Up the court to Lewis, and they're going to call a travel on Jamarcus Lewis. Turnover number 16 by Friendship. I had my view blocked, so can't comment on it. Friendship didn't like it, but nonetheless, a turnover on Friendship after the turnover by Tascosa. Trading turnovers, 45-43. Anderson from the right wing gets into the paint, kick out. Gilbreth passes on the three, drives in and runs over Jamarcus Lewis. My goodness. I have no idea how that's not a charge. Zero idea whatsoever. Actually, I do. We're in Amarillo. Lewis was set up for a long time Guys, we've got these videos at doublet973.com the following day. That's probably one you're going to want to go watch the replay on. Timeout called by Coach Page, and he has to walk out past midcourt to get it. So 30-second timeout. Okay, only a full timeout is left, so that's what we're going to get here. Jamarcus Lewis was set up for a long, long time on that one. Gilbreth ran straight over him into the chest. And the official blew the call. 45-43. Tigers with the advantage. Gilbreth is going to the line for 2 free throws once we're out of the timeout. But as we mentioned, Jamarcus Lewis is having himself a night, having himself a fourth quarter in particular. It has been impressive. In the second half, Lewis had two points in the first half. He's got 16 in the second half, 10 in the fourth quarter. This has come up big for this team, but it's going to take a little bit more as this game is not quite over. Coach Page drawing up on the clipboard. Trying to get a play ready to go. 1:40 left to go here in regulation. 45-43. That is our score as we sit right now. Gilbreth going to the line for a pair of free throws. First free throw up is missed by Gilbreth, who's been money at the line tonight. He was 5 of 6 and misses the first one. Second one on the way for Gilbreth is good. It's back to a 1-point game, 45-44, 1:40 to play. Dykes bumped, no foul called. Dykes gets the ball deflected. Now he's triple teamed, and we finally do get a foul called on B.J. Anderson. Actually, they're going to get, yes, they do. Coach Page was trying to call a timeout, but they got the foul before the timeout. Anderson just picked up his 4th of the game. That's important. He is the best player for Tascosa. Definitely scoring and rebounding wise. Averages 14 and 7 a game. 45-44. Dykes, a stellar free throw shooter, going to the line and proving just that. Knocks down the first one. He's 3 for 3 on the night after making that one at the line this season. Callaway Dykes is an 87% shooter. Second one is perfect for Dykes. And the Tigers by 3, 47-44, 90 seconds to play in regulation. Friendship leading Tascosa here in their building. Tough, tough place to win. Gilbreth, pull-up jumper from just inside the arc. Way off the mark, rebound fought for, and we get a jump ball. Great hustle play by Bryce Granato there. But the possession arrow points back the way of Tascosa. 1:17 to go. Tigers need a stop. Gilbreth looking to inbound, does so to Sutton. Sutton guarded by Dykes. Shooes away the rest of his teammates. Wanted to go one-on-one now. It's into the hands of Anderson, and Johnson has it with 1:05 to play. Calling out the play. Sutton from the right wing. Gilbreth to Johnson. He's guarded by Granato. Straight away 3. Dickerson on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Fought for a rebound by Sutton, and he's fouled on the way back up. I think it's Dykes, which it is his 5th. It is Dykes. This could prove costly for the Tigers. 50.4 seconds left. Dykes just picked up his 5th foul. He will not foul often in his career, but fouls out right there. Dykes finishes the game with 14 points. 12 in the first half, but set out almost the entire second half. We're picking up a foul right there. First free throw on the way is perfect for Sutton. It's his first attempt of the night on the season. His was a 58% shooter from the line. That holds true. There's a good chance he'll miss this one. Second one on the way is perfect. It doesn't hold true. Sutton's got 4 in the game. Tigers by 1, 47-46. 46 seconds left. Robinson throws a baseball pass to the sideline. Lewis comes down with it. Back to Robinson, 39 seconds left. And a timeout called by Coach Page. Coach Jackson wanting backcourt, but he clearly didn't step backcourt. Just trying to sell it to the official with some gamesmanship. Try to see how many timeouts the Tigers have left. I think they've got 1 left after this. That is just 1 timeout left for the Tigers, as Coach Page called that one from the sideline. Tascosa's not going to make it easy on Friendship. They're going to wait for a while before issuing that foul that needs to be had. The next foul will put the Tigers into double bonus. So there's 19 fouls against Tascosa. 47-46. Tigers leading over Tascosa with just about a half a minute to play. Friendship fans cheering loudly for the cheerleader battle that's going on. Tigers and Rebel cheerleaders kind of going back and forth. Good spirited fun here in District 26A. (47-46). Javier Rios trying to check into the game. They're not letting him. Bryce Granado. They'll pass it in. And does so right into the hands of B.J. Anderson. Granado fouls Anderson. He will go to the line for a free throw. Granado with the pass into the hands and then fouls as the Tigers lead by 1. Anderson a chance to tie it or take the lead for Tascosa with 31 seconds left in regulation. Friendship couldn't get open on the inbound. Free throw missed by B.J. Anderson. He's 2 for 4 now at the stripe tonight. It was Granado's first foul of the evening. Everybody's in the double bonus from this point on. Rios is checked back into the game. Anderson, a chance to tie. Free throw up and doesn't go. Lewis pulls down the rebound and they're gonna call it for a travel as he falls to the ground. Lewis did not move after that. Friendship pleading the case to the official. Lewis fell to the ground with the ball in his hands. He thought he got some contact, but nonetheless, Tascosa gets the ball back. What a wild night. Steve Jackson just called his second to the last time out this evening. It's 47-46. Friendship with the lead, but Tascosa is going to have the ball back. As the Friendship and Tascosa cheerleaders going back and forth, seems like Tascosa conceded to Friendship in that matter. Whew. Thanks for joining us tonight. Joyce Woodman, your play-by-play man this evening. This is Friendship Tigers basketball. Double T 97.3. It is a tough place to travel up to and get a victory. In Amarillo, Texas, Friendship is trying to do just that. As the Tigers lead at 47-46 with 29.8 seconds left on the fourth quarter clock. Turnover count fairly evening. We got 20-18 Tascosa with 20, Friendship with 18. Out of the timeout, Dickerson steps on the sideline, out of bounds as he catches it. A huge turnover for Tascosa. Honestly, I got a pretty good look at it. I didn't see him step out. Ball deflected out of bounds off of Tascosa. Lots of deflections going on right now. 27.8. Tigers with the basketball. 47-46. They're double teaming Robinson and not letting him catch it as they are fouling the heck out of him. There are hands all over Noble Robinson, but no whistle as the officials have decided all of a sudden to swallow their whistle in the last little bit of this game. Lewis was cutting a save inbounds by Palmer, but it doesn't matter. 47-46, Tascosa has come away with the basketball. Friendship with the lead, 21 seconds to go, and a foul called on Justin Garrett. B.J. Anderson is going back to the line for free throws, where he went 0 for 2 just a little bit ago. He had a chance to tie it or take the lead. He's got the same opportunity here with 20.1 seconds. That foul was on Justin Garrett. Just his second of the game, no trouble there. Free throw up and good for the senior this time. B.J. Anderson buries it, and we're tied up 47 apiece with 20.1. Can Anderson give him the lead? Second free throw off the mark. Anderson crossed into the lane anyway. So we remain tied. Already a late night. Why not some overtime? But Friendship doesn't want that. They want to get out of here with a victory. Robinson to Palmer. A 2-on-1 up the court to Lewis. And they're going to back it out and play for the final shot. 13 seconds. Robinson has it in his hands. 8 seconds left. High screen. Robinson into the paint. Floater, no good. Put back good for Palmer with 2.7 seconds left. 1.3 on the clock. The clock stopped, and it was not supposed to stop. This could be the ball game. The clock stopped, and it was not supposed to stop. The official just looked over at me as I said that. It stopped at 2.7. Now we're saying it is supposed to stop. Okay, my fault. So they're going to give them 2.7 back on the clock. And the Tigers lead at 49-47. We're going to see some sort of baseball pass most likely here. 49-47. As the timeout was called by Coach Steve Jackson. And this is such a wild one. Palmer, the young gun, comes up with it. And the Tigers will be on defense. Will have to put pressure on, well, we'll see if they will put pressure on the ball. Doesn't appear that they're going to. They're going to play a safety instead in Lewis. Pass up the court. Anderson shoots it at the buzzer, off the mark, and the Tigers win it 49-47 here in Amarillo at Tascosa. A rare win over these Rebels in Amarillo. It's a big one for the Tigers as they eke it out, winning 49-47, improving to 16-9, 1-1 in District 2-6A play. What a wild one tonight. What an entertaining evening between the two games that we had here this evening. We'll be back in just a few moments to wrap it up. Once again, Friendship 49, Tascosa 47 here in Amarillo. You're listening to Friendship Tigers basketball on Double T 97.3.